What is up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the Upland Show. I just came across a really interesting article that I wanted to share with you. I agree with a lot of what it's saying, but I also want to cover some other things. This is Vitalik Buterin, who is actually the founder of Ethereum, giving his opinion on what a lot of these larger current tech companies, Facebook, Microsoft, Sony, what they're doing in regards to the metaverse. And he believes that they're setting themselves up for failure in a lot of ways. It says Meta's attempt at cornering the metaverse will misfire largely because nobody can come up with what the term actually means, according to the Ethereum creator Vitalik Buterin. In a Twitter thread discussing how the metaverse might look, he said corporate projects currently underway don't look promising. And he specifically criticized Meta, the tech, Meta, who we know is trying to create the metaverse. We don't really know the definition of the metaverse yet. It's far too early to know what people actually want, Buterin said in a tweet. So anything Facebook creates now will misfire. The metaverse is often described as an evolution of today's internet, centered around immersive 3D worlds and online communities where people interact by using virtual reality headsets and augmented forms of reality. So we know that Facebook is focused big, Meta, they're focused big on creating, we know they sell virtual headsets. I think a big part of this big changing their name to Meta, selling virtual headsets, is a big planet just trying to compete in what will be one of the most competitive spaces in the future, which is selling VR headsets. I'm not even convinced that the metaverse is going to be geared towards VR in the near future. That could be 5-10 years down the road. A lot of people think it will be augmented reality, more like glasses, compared to virtual reality, which is what Meta is kind of pushing right now. The other big issue that I think that needs to be discussed is it's not just the issue with it being VR or not, it's the issue with it being centralized versus decentralized. And as we know, Facebook, Meta, they make a lot of money from ads. They make a lot of money from our attention and selling advertising space. That's why it's $1 billion or $1 trillion industry, just having our attention selling ads. We know these social and tech companies are massive, so obviously they want to get their hands on Web3 as the internet evolves into this new space. The issue is most of the people want decentralization. They want control. They don't want these massive companies like Google, like Facebook, like Microsoft to have and maintain all the control and power of what's going on. They want DAOs. They want to be able to have a say in what's going on. And that is why I think a lot of these smaller companies, look at this. The metaverse will be shaped, there's tension between the centralized authority of corporations and the decentralized forms of ownership that blockchain technology affords. Recently, a group of Web3 companies came together. I covered this news. Animoca Brands and Upland joined in creating OMA 3. They're coming together, Sandbox, Decentraland, Animoca, Dapper Labs, all the biggest companies in blockchain and trying to create decentralized metaverse experiences are all coming together with OMA 3, pretty much going up against these big, Microsoft, Meta, and Sony announced their own separate alliance. I'm leaning towards that the people, most of us, will go against not wanting all of the money and power to be in the hands. Again, it's like repeating the same mistake, giving all the power to these big tech companies when companies like Upland, companies like Sandbox and Decentraland are trying to keep it very decentralized and give the power to the people to control what and vote on the future of what we actually want with this experience. I will link to this article. I would love your opinion, but I'm telling you, I think we're in the right place. Those of us who are invested in Upland, those of us who are invested in these other OMA 3 related metaverses are in the right space. I do think, however, from a financial standpoint, these are the underdogs. It's kind of the rebellion. We're going up against the biggest companies with way more money. I'm not going to lie, the experiences that Meta creates, like their 3D world, may be cooler in a lot of ways, but I think people are going to have issue with the privacy issues, with the control, with Facebook and Meta keeping all the money and the attention. I think people we want to make the money from owning these experiences. All of us can be involved, and it can kind of spread the wealth opposed to one massive corporation just controlling and owning the whole experience. It pretty much is kind of a slap in the face to those of us who actually understand blockchain and Web3, and the potential of it is really kind of a saving grace of technology and what it could do for us all in the future. What is your opinion? Give me your thoughts. I'd love to read the comments on this one. Very interesting, though. I think we're at a very interesting time. Very cool. I'm stoked to be involved very early on with the Metaverse and Upland and these other great projects. Stay tuned for more information, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out. I hope that last video was really helpful for you. Hope you enjoyed. Please watch either of these 2 videos or click subscribe right here if you click the logo right there. If you want to support the channel further, hit the join button next to the subscribe button and you can support us. You also get a cool astronaut next to your name.